To implement the 6-hour workday nationwide, liberate the teachers from administrative tasks. Magandang araw po mga kaguro. To implement the 6-hour workday nationwide, liberate the teachers from administrative tasks. Public school teachers are not required to spend the whole 8 hours in school. This was clarified through a Civil Service Commission (CSC) resolution as early as the year 2008. In the said resolution, the CSC recognizes the peculiarity of the roles and tasks of public school teachers, entirely different from those of other government employees. While teachers are not exempted from the 8-hour workday rule for state workers, we are required to stay within the school premises for only 6 hours a day. According to Magna Carta for public school teachers, any teacher engaged in actual classroom instruction shall not be required to render more than 6 hours of actual classroom teaching a day, so scheduled as to give him time for the preparation and correction of exercises and other work incidental to his normal teaching duties, provided, however, that where the exigencies of the service so require, any teacher may be required to render more than 6 hours, but not exceeding 8 hours of actual classroom teaching a day, upon payment of additional compensation at the same rate as his regular remuneration, plus at least 25% of his basic pay. Section 13 of Republic Act 4670 Magna Carta for Teachers. The nationwide implementation of the 6-hour workday is one of Teacher Dignity Quotient's 7 demands, during the series of nationally coordinated protests in September and October of 2018. In response, the DepEd management, at that time released an official statement, dated September 24 which says, due to the continuing clamor to strictly implement the 6-hour workday for teachers, DepEd will release a DepEd Memorandum, DM, reiterating provisions stated in DM number 291, series of 2008, and DepEd Order, D.O. number 16, series of 2009, with specific instructions that 1. Teachers who choose to render the remaining 2 hours of work outside the school premises must not be subjected to salary deductions. 2. Teachers should not be required to submit means of verification, MOV, as proof of services completed during the remaining 2 hours of work rendered outside the school premises. The said DM will also direct key offices to monitor the strict and uniform execution of this policy. While waiting for the actual policy on the so-called work balancing tool, which we believe that the DepEd should consider the aforementioned special law, CSC resolution, and various DepEd policies, we reiterate here that the following ought to be considered in the formulation of the policy. 1. Teacher schedule should accommodate the actual classroom tasks to 6 hours, with mindful consideration for breaks within the given 6 hours. 2. To even more enhance teacher performance, a maximum of 4 hours contact time should be put on the table. 3. The 6-hour work reflected in teachers' daily time record should be deemed compliant to the 8-hour work requirement, incurring no undertime. 4. No more means of verification, MOV, for the remaining 2 hours. 5. Actual classroom teaching in excess of 6 hours should entitle teachers to overtime pay, with additional 25% remuneration. 6. Schools using biometrics technology should reprogram their machines to only 6 hours. 7. Hire sufficient number of support staff or non-teaching personnel who will perform the clerical or administrative tasks in schools, in conformity with the intention of the work balancing tool. We believe that it will be very timely to release such memorandum now, to properly guide the field in the distribution of workloads for the second quarter, the start of full face-to-face classes in the entire DepEd system. Lastly, being directly involved in this particular issue, TDC members, as always, are very much interested in sharing their opinions and sentiments, and help the DepEd technical people craft policies. The TDC remains very much open to dialogue with the DepEd. Teachers Dignity Coalition, TDC. Dated October 28, 2022. Maraming salamat. At kung ikaw ay interesado ng mga bidyong tulad nito, mangyaring suportahan ang channel na ito sa pamamagitan ng pagpindot ng like, pag-share ng mga video at kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, please subscribe sa channel na ito at pindutin ang notification bell at piliin ang all upang maabisuhan ka para sa mga paparating pang mga videos.